It looks like the one that I bought dead.
Brilliant. I was on assignment in the UK, ran down to the local whatever just to do family,
Yeah.
family Skype conversation. And look, streaming from YouTube on this guy with Google Hangouts installed just worked.
Yeah, that's cool.
On that, third-party application.
Alright, yep.
Stream and hands it off to YouTube.
That's a pain.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Okay, it's working.
Good work.
Right. I'll get it on the truck.
But good luck for mum and dad to try and get something going. It's just,
Man, that looks really good, actually.
it's
Alright.
There's a good, 6-7 second delay, but it's not bad. Well, that's okay, like. This has got a little mount too.
Yeah, that should
Oh man, love me some OBS. Soon you'll be doing picture-in-picture and all sorts of cool stuff, and putting up little signs when we go on breaks.
So, how long in Australia then for? How long have you been in Australia?
Oh no, I've always been in Australia.
So you were studying overseas?
No, I was here. She was in Canada.
She was in Canada. Right.
it needs to go the other way.
Good stream you've got going, yeah.
I just gotta give you the URL so you can. Okay. Now.
Is that the first team you've had a dialogue with?
No, I've been chatting with most of them. And most of the stories do the same. It's like, that sounds really good. Remember, you have to present it in 10 minutes. Like, what's the most visual and like story compelling part of your thing? Yeah.
Books. Yeah. Instant ability to recognise value or use.
And
oh, that's weird.
And we're live.
Done. Alright, so now I've got to send. I'll give you the URL.
Great.
What one is it? I've no idea.
On the screen itself.
Oh god.
Oh, you gotta
You have 0 viewers?
Yep. Oh no, one. Oh, it's probably just me doing it.
So on the actual page, there was a link.
What happens if I just send you that?
That's not gonna. That's
No.
no. Scroll up. Stream info on the right there. No, that's the checklist.
So it's starters, dashboard perhaps? What more stream options?
Oh, hang on. Wait, I know what I'll do. Let's go here. I'll just go to the actual page and give you the.
That's what we did last time. Otherwise, you join as a participant.
Yeah. So now. Oh, but now it starts as that.
That's okay.
That's what we
Want. So copy.
Now right click on the, and you know how you can grab, copy URL. No, right click on just the video.
Copy video URL. Okay, now let's just open up an email. I'll send that to you. Yep. Yep.
And send it to Cameron.Sinise@oracle.com.
Yeah. Subject will be
I'm going to sneak past you. Kind of blocked it off with the chair there.
Sorry.
That's alright. Between you, the tripod, and the chair, there's not a lot.
Oh, I put it in the wrong one. There we go. So you can. Okay. Oh.
Just Is that Oracle? Just put the whole thing out.
What was before?
Oh, there is. Second
one. Okay, now. Yeah, and then I go to that link and it's just live. Oh, what? Oh. No. Okay, copy video URL. Okay, I'm gonna send you another one. I don't know, use a different email. Send you a different one.
Cameron Dots.
Or cool. Send. Yep, whatever. Sent items. Just. Live. Yep. Okay, that'll work. Yep, you got it. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. There you go. Just got it. Alright, so now we can actually start properly streaming.
Alright, so that is the deal, right? What was that?
My god. The one from my school email, not the first one, if you actually got that. Man.
So, what we might do is ask.
Okay, I'll start streaming some actual things now. Just so people. Okay. Yep, and audio is going through the camera.
So you're trying to, let's say, like you want to set up kind of like a event.
That looks alright, doesn't it? On YouTube. It's great.
Sure.
I'm going to make it higher. That looks way better, but now it's all cropped off. So I just made it look 10 times better. Yeah, I just turned that on.
It's kind of like forcing to get small things.
Fit size.
I'm not getting to know about the medical condition. I'm not getting to know about medical things. How harmful is cancer?
And that's a 1080 should be 720.
So let's say like we are trying to make an apps. Do we need kind of like an account? Do we need to let's say like do we need to create an account? But I think like because like if it's creating an account, then it's gonna be kind of like a very consumer service better. So I think it's better. So what features can we have?
Why don't we just make it like the organization goes so like
Yeah, because like if people are making then it's not gonna be kind of like reliable stuff, right?
that and still give them
Yeah, because like this one is more kind of like a sensitive and we need a lot of facts, right? Because like this is medical. Medical, we cannot manipulate this stuff. Or it's gonna be like a hoax.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like so organ have to create so then they so sorry. So that as in like we don't give them an alternative like have them truly like get both articles of using like interactive stuff. You know, like can be anything. But this is
So don't you think that we are making kind of like a
yeah.
So let's say there's like a channel. This is like
Yeah. Yeah, I think is an extension of YouTube. I would say that okay, I would say like it's specialized in YouTube, but like more stuff.
but we're more concerned kind of like the medical stuff.
Yeah. So it's more medical stuff, but it's like for it's for what's it like? There's more than just business.
What you think? You get an idea.
Should reach out.
Yeah.
Like your idea of like looking at outside, right?
Like it's so.
I understand the basic thing what you're asking.
Yeah.
We don't always need to go through the
But the thing is like, let's say like you got a solution, right? And what does I mean like our solution helps the current situation. Let's say like you want to have something like by the solution, let's say like save a lot of money, like $1 million or something like that, right? Because like the customer service just cut down. But in terms of our solution, like what is we're trying to solve? Just making it in a digital format.
So we need
so like kids can
yeah. So like what is like let's say like if you have a kid at home and then if he falls sick, then like no one can take him to the that's a sick. So this app right is like help him like kind of like the timing, help him kind of like tell him what to do in terms of in case of or if you do it like you know like how like the nearest hospital. See you will find like the nearest hospital for every then like even for even like someone go to the app, find the quickest answer. Like let's say you don't know where you want to go. See go to the app, then you will find it.
Storyline itu kita baca storyline apa kita storyline mereka. So actually like our solution will provide kind of like mobility, right? Mobility because you can just access it.
solving mobility so that people
It's more kind of like family friendly.
yeah. Like our organizations engage in education, right? So they don't always have to do the kids, they can just go to the online website.
So that's our organization.
Technically, we say it's not transparent.
Yeah.
And reusability, people can just go through.
Usability to save it.
So it's just like interactive for the people. So like you know like even for the kids like small kids
But the thing is like the engagement. Let's say like you meet like person to person, right? It's more kind of like more engagement compared to let's say like through digital.
no, I was saying the test I was saying maybe like you see like maybe the kind of like apps for like the kids, especially for kids that have like test or they could be moderating so like if you they'll be moderating on the forums.
And we can also get the panic button. Yeah, panic button. And it was So actually, like each member will have their own, let's say, like symbol. Should each member have, let's say, like mutual permission to be safe?
I think we need to so maybe I think a possibility to so let's say if you have a family of four, so you have the mom, dad, and the kids, right? So like the kids are at home and they still happen to have class, and then the parents are out, they also have device on their phone. So if the child is sick or something happens, they will get a notification of something like that. Yes, that's just like treating them as a let's never like don't make it too broad. It'd be very overwhelming.
Because like the things that they propose, like the family things, I mean like it's really out of context of this one because like it's actually the main concept is like organization trying to help students, right? And we expect to kind of like a private family, something like that. So
I think this is how far we can always we will show how far we go, what and how far we go. I mean, right now, I think right now, we just listening down the ideas, we're going down one issue. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Then we can, then like a lot of this, we can just choose the one that we want to yes. Then we show how, just show how with them. Oh, like you need like I need to
Yeah, so any random number is
So what's the let's say like what's the video chats gonna be used for?
or maybe you can yeah, when you think that there's no we are free conversation.
It's kind of like
It's like a show.
live streaming.
Should there be an event like let's say like or like this has this day like this one will live stream or something like that.
So live streaming consultation is
Live stream consultation
maybe the local doctor will consult. I don't think it should be terlalu banyak game. Maybe we can just let's say provide like each day we provide new facts about like medical something like that to make it more effective. Yeah, because like back in the day they say like 30% of the population is cancer or something like that. So it should be more like aware, like homepage thing. She just want to make it helping organizations.
like this like small things but then we are control. So I feel like then this the reason our platform will be very mobile.
Just make the
But I think because we are showing because we are showing we just say it's on the message showing our mobile first but we can say that or like it's also
okay lah. Make the move lah.
okay.
Start working first.
Okay, Oh, what's the app going to cost? Yeah, this is something like
How to spicy tap mic, tap dog, tap or tap map.
that.
What's tap tap? Kalau but it doesn't I think like too long. Like 3.
I was going to see
What are you checking out on your phone?
Easy Mart. Easy Mart.
Karena dia udah
Easy Mart.
Soalnya ada di preferences. Mungkin dia udah bosan sama stiker, dia ke farming dia terus di sini warung.
Cheesy.
What is it?
I thought Easy Mart is
What are you? What do you want? Easy like this.
Easy.
Stiker kalau stiker semua stiker.
This is meant to be easy.
But it's more biasanya di marketplace.
But it's like a map. But the map is kind of like more into we're not engaging kind of like community something like that. Apa more connected.
Di kafe mana, di tanggal berapa, jam berapa. Tahu informasi yang baru.
Misalnya ada event apa ya, mereka nanti mungkin kayak bisa nge-post di spotnya itu sampai mau ikut itu nanti mereka bisa
Mungkin ini dari stiker itu kita kan mau gampang aja kan stiker paling gampang apa? Nggak type, mereka cuma klik ini misalnya klik ini bisa di kita kan ada di sini gue pengennya ada marketplace, ada events, ada release dates gitu.
Yang registration kita
Iya, kita misalnya kasih stiker kesehatan terus linknya bahwa register yourself here. Nah, gitu kan.
tapi masalahnya kayak mereka itu kan kayak gimana ya kayak misalnya kayak contoh yang tadi no, actually no, it doesn't matter because maksudnya kayak screen right? So what mereka itu mungkin sebenarnya untuk
Oh, yeah.
See if we can find Cal.
Yeah.
So let's say like the official provider is the organization. Mereka nggak ada utilization or something like that.
oh, lagi pun keep saying aku.
corporate stuff around it, you've got some sort of monetization model on that, right?
Yeah.
Like because you can generate, because this performance is entirely generated, you can generate them propping a brand. So at the start of that, you had like a buy the iPhone 8, but if it's buy the iPhone 10, sorry, it's like, but because you can generate that whole performance, you can get Tupac to go, to prop the product, and that's kind of like the advertising around it, I guess. And it's a good story. You probably might need to do a little bit of play with working out how you want to get to visuals around that storytelling. And then, but if you're mostly talking about doing video overlay and the ability to do video stuff to like get the story of going, because we can generate this performance, we can generate a product endorsement, and then talk a little bit more about the commercial models around it.
Okay,
that is probably compelling as opposed to focusing too much on the technology, because my view is that doing something like this requires a whole bunch of compute time and a whole bunch of motion capture and fun stuff that you probably don't have time to worry about right now. So if you use a pre-existing video and then talk about how you can monetize some of that and some of the approaches around it, that's probably a good story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you kind of understand it now? We're not going to focus on the other stuff. We're just going to, those are byproducts.
And it could be that this is a marketing thing as opposed to a customer focused thing. This is we want to sell people's likeness or to prop their to sell their product or whatever. But it's up to you to work out what the best way to get that story across is.
And why there's a demand for it in the general public as well. Why would someone pay a subscription model to?
Well, why would an advertiser pay $50,000 to get a TV spot, or why would they drop $250,000 to get a TV spot in the Super Bowl, right? Like this is about how do you get that thing, and if you think that celebrity endorsement is a valuable thing you can sell, then absolutely, if you want to pitch that story.
Okay.
And if we happen to use a bunch of like video streaming stuff to do it, or create some sort of live thing based upon it or whatever, that's a powerful way to use sort of response technology as well. So
how does it work?
We may or may not. If you need to host some stuff, go for that. But basically, I just focus on getting stuff up and running locally because it's the most reliable instead of being dependent on networks and different stuff like this. If you do need some hosting or do need some like databasey stuff or whatever, come talk to us. But if you just focus on getting stuff happening locally, maybe get some video overlay stuff happening locally, or however you want to provide this experience, then that would be my recommendation.
Is the best way to kind of do it as
well? If you think that's a compelling user experience.
So I was thinking like when you have the presentation, download our app.
Yeah, I mean,
Live, if you can interact as well.
Yeah, if you think you can pull that off, I consider that probably risky. It's something you'd want to test. But if you're going to demo off your app anyway, right? The big important thing to remember is that when you're demoing,
when you say demo, that means the first time you're launching?
No, as in no, when you present it, when you pitch it tomorrow, you guys are in control of the flow. So you can just do a happy path. You don't need to worry about, because when an actual user has an app, they'll click around and do stuff that you don't expect, and then you have to be able to handle that appropriately and make it intuitive for a user. But when you guys are presenting it, if only one of the buttons works, that's fine. That's the only button you press. So you only so I, for safety, probably focus upon getting your happy flow good to go and talk through, and then anything else you can sort of add on top of that that shows value and helps with that. It seems good, but depending on your timelines, it might just be that you want to get a happy state with something that you can talk to, and then just focus upon how you're going to present that.
Okay.
Because you've only got sort of 5 to 10 minutes to pitch it anyway. So going through this incredible list of features is fantastic, but also it doesn't really help particularly much.
Yeah. Do these actually have to work? Let's say we integrate the whatever Aquaponica, whatever API into it. Does that actually have to work, or can we say, we're going to use these services, or is that not as compelling as the thing actually?
Yeah, I mean, I probably want to, if you're going to use build response technology, try to get it happy and working. If it doesn't survive contact with the enemy because maybe something goes down, or because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening at the time where we overload their services or lose connectivity and stuff, you can just talk about it. But I try to get build response stuff up and running and working. That'd be good. So yeah, I'm not totally sure how you're planning to integrate IVR, but I mean, if you work out how you want to tell the story and how it fits into that, that'd be cool. Yeah.
IVR was that?
The integrated voice recording thing, where basically it's like press 1 to do this, press 2.
Yeah, that was just for a promotional feature.
Yeah.
That during the presentation or off when you're playing around with the thing, he can interact with you and push notifications, you can call in. That was just another thing.
Yeah, I mean, cool if you can pull that stuff off, but remember that mostly what you're doing is you're looking for something visually you can talk to.
Yeah.
You're looking for something that can be put up in the background, basically to go, here's our idea, and if you look here, you can see here's part of our idea, and it looks, and like you can see the value here. You can see how this solves some problems, or how this is monetizable, or how whatever happens from there. But mostly it exists to back up your story, to go, what we're doing is viable. Sure, we've hand-waved a bunch of stuff, like this is just a pre-recorded thing, we're not generating this on the fly, but we know that we can generate this on the fly because of blah, 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 blah.
So the real focus is not necessarily, it's more the story, not the benefits or the features for the advertiser.
All those things are the story, really. Basically, you're telling the story around, so this enables advertisers to reach out to people in this way, in this way, in this way. What we're going to focus on is this one, because, and if someone uses this, then they can do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So the story is all around painting the picture of those benefits, and basically a demo is about showing that story is viable.
Yep.
But you don't have to build it end to end. You don't have to show someone could dial up and press 1 and then 3 and then do this and blah, blah, blah.
So we basically have a story of the end user and the advertiser, we're just using Michael Jordan as the entertainment to bring people to the experience. We're just using him.
Well, I'm not 100% sure what major story you're trying to tell. Whether it's about is this targeted at advertisers? Is this targeted at end users?
Well, to me, it serves 3 purposes. It serves as a generator for a brand, which would be like a Michael Jordan, which would be the advertiser.
But is it Michael Jordan selling Nike Airs, or is it?
Yes.
So it's Nike's the brand, and they just happen to be using like Michael Jordan of Chicago Bulls in his prime in the late '90s, sort of thing, as their mascot. And because there is not currently Michael Jordan.
No. Michael Jordan's going to be doing a presentation.
Okay.
He's going to be doing a live speaking presentation. He'll be either pre-recorded or live.
Yep.
Okay, and then from that, he's going to be selling from live selling.
Okay. Yep. And so then you've got a whole bunch of people feeding back into that to direct that and different things like that.
Yeah, because they want to hear Michael Jordan speak.
Okay.
Or they have their favorite band. Same situation. They're selling merchandise. They're selling their concerts. They're selling a free call to, the VIP call to Jimmy Rockman or whatever, and they're watching him live stream. That's
okay. So basically you're creating an interactive live stream, and you're putting some marketing stuff around that. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Which has not been done yet. So that's what I'm saying. People want access to hologram. That's what I believe they do.
Yeah. So basically you've gone, okay. I mean, we've got the live stream from Brisbane on the other room. So basically, like, okay, we've got this major event on. It's a major event, and we're live streaming it, and so we're surrounding that with the ability to both have users feedback in, as well as advertisers use that as a platform to sell things. Okay, cool. Yeah,
that's basically what
seems powerful, and yeah, it'd be good to create a story about it. But I'd focus on, I'd go, hey, let's say our live stream is just going to be a pre-recorded video for now. Let's not worry about the complexity of that, and then go. What we do want to do is we want to be able to feedback in and think about a mechanism by which. Think about some sort of good story about value that can be added by feeding back in, as well as we want to be able to push. We want to be able to sell this as an advertising platform as well to advertisers to allow them to push out. So I mean, YouTube already has the concept of like sponsored content and stuff as well, but you want to make it a bunch more natural. You don't want that video at the start, which is like buy an iPhone. You want in the middle of it to do some product placement or different things like this, whether that's by augmenting the video or.
I mean, I guess the real power is not necessarily the person subscribing; it's actually the person at the event, because there'll be live interaction. Social media that we can apply to this as well. So to me, that's a byproduct. The subscription-based, the pre-recorded aspect, obviously YouTube is doing already, so you just log on. But just to get the experience of a live hologram event, great. That's the secondary part, but the primary to me is being an audience experience, that unique experience.
Okay, so if you're in the audience, you're enhancing a live event with
Yes.
different things. Okay, yeah, that's a good story. Yeah, so yeah,
That's where I think the real value is.
yeah, I'd focus on like I try to work out what your story is in terms of user experience.
Okay.
And like get that nailed down, and then work out what your story is in terms of like why that's a valuable thing, and then talk about that. So I'd focus on like getting that user story tight, and then work out what you need to show for that user story in order to like to convince people, oh yeah, this is doable, and this adds value in these ways.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, once you've nailed down that user story, like at the moment, I think from what you've said, there's a little bit too much focus on technology, of going, okay, we've got these cool technologies, let's somehow pull it all together, as opposed to why this is valuable and what this gives to a user. Like,
Yeah.
So how does this enhance someone's experience in a crowd? So pick something of, okay, like maybe you pick the Tadhack example, or the Michael Jordan example, or something that you can really relate to and go, I love Michael Jordan.
I guess from my standpoint, what I'm looking at is looking at Snapchat. They're using filters. What's happening is, to me, from my perception, seems like everything's kind of merging into AR, VR, stickers, or these filters. So it's like, why not have one place where you can go and get that experience? Obviously, the other sites or the other experiences are not up right now, but we got hologram, so you can engage your artist or your entertainer in this specific genre. Versus going all over the place to get these pre-recorded events and Snapchat, where you can get it all in one experience.
So I'd probably focus down your story, and so you can when you're presenting, you can broaden it out to, okay, so we're just going to focus on Michael Jordan for this one, but this could be applied across all sorts of brands, whether it be bands or speaking events or whatever happens there. But then just work out what the compelling story is for an individual, and if that's you liking a particular someone and talking about how you want a better engagement there, and how you're planning to provide a platform that can do that, and just focus on that particular use case with like one or two big value props around it, because you only have 10 minutes, right? You can kind of just say, oh yeah, we'd also do this for blah blah blah. Like, it's okay to just like hand wave the rest of it as that's something you could do, but for the purposes of just demoing in 5 minutes, just focus on a single user story and make that story compelling and focus on that. And if there happens to be other benefits around that, you can pivot midway through. You can be like, so this really enhances the experience of someone who goes to a concert, but it also offers these opportunities for advertisers, or offers these opportunities for blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
But focus on the individual user story. Really tighten that up instead of worrying, and then think about what sort of technology you need to deliver that story. As opposed to going, we've got all this great technology, and it'd be cool to do all this stuff, but unless you can sort of clearly say what this means for an individual, it's not really going to resonate as much. Because I mean, I can tell you about a whole swathe of awesome database technologies because I'm Oracle, but how does that help you as your business? It doesn't really.
Okay, I got you. Just focus. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
No worries.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I think you're going to run some pitch coaching stuff later tomorrow morning or this evening.
Tomorrow morning or this afternoon.
Okay, cool. Because I know Daniel from Telstra's coming back, and he's planning to do some pitch coaching stuff after 4 today. So if you're hanging around, you can probably engage him and go, here's the story I want to tell, and he'll sort of go, all right, here's the point of how you can make it resonate a bit better and different things like that. And I think Cameron's going to do similar things. So focus on nailing down that story. Then think about what sort of visual storytelling aids you want to do, because basically your demo is to prove that what we're doing is vaguely viable, and this is the sort of experience it would give. It doesn't need to connect to everything, and it doesn't need to have everything else in it. But you could give the okay, here's the big picture. We're focusing on this one, but I've got this thing that looks like the big picture is viable. Cool.
How do you stream live with this? You're streaming live?
Yeah.
Where do you go to
It's going.
Is it on your team site?
Yeah. I'll get the link. Hang on.
Okay, like,
Hang on.
Did you guys hear any of that?
Yes, yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's probably,
Let me log on to their
yeah, just to do a, you know, all right, hey,
It's
where
pretty
you
much
at?
saying, like,
I mean, you should
not really
basically nail down your
focus
estimate at
on
this
the
point, what you're
technology
trying
and
to
the
do,
features
like
and
what,
the background of it.
what's
Be
happening,
trying
what
to
things look like at the moment,
focus,
yeah, etc. Just get a,
focus more on the value, how it's
do
solving
we
the
need to revise this
problem.
grade so you're not gonna make mistakes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me check. Let me my phone.
So yeah, there needs to be a little bit of stuff.
Let me log on to their
I was
internet.
gonna say after 3, but it's always, but it's like 2:30 at the moment.
Hello?
So probably after 4.
I'm gonna log on to their.
Right.
Okay.
Alright, you should
I'm
be
gonna log
pretty
on to
well
their.
away by now, like.
Okay.
Then you could just, you could watch these steps twice. Alright.
We need to wake up the back.
Yeah.
Do you wanna, are you involved? Yeah, I'll give you a call from half.
decided to do some copy. If you've done a lot of work, you've got that established. I thought it'd be nice for me to use to do that. It does make sense to use numbers. Oh, yeah. It means it's real numbers. But it does give me a nice dashboard, which also gives me battery life. Gives me both the issues there, country life, as well as the cars. Drums, they're nice. So these are good. So just to screw down a little bit. So you can scan the map, it does that. So if I make the car go stop, here, start, and I come here. Let me try something. So it's proven that it's real. Yeah, just trying to think what I can do. Just take a hold of that. So that piece of track there, and the car goes past. Okay, so let the car go here. Hit start again, just approve. Start. But this time, the one that didn't stop, was actually the other one, so which was Guardian. So I'm just going to do scan track for Guardian. Right? So I'm doing Guardian scan track. And then I'm going to do display map. And look, and if I come back to Skulls map and I go display map, it's not there. But if I go scan it, display map, so it hasn't quite scanned all the way around it. When it stops, now hit display. So it does work really well, okay? So let's put those pieces back in. Now hit start. Displaying up is still the same, but if I go scan, I did it with skull, so it won't stop. Skull will stop around here. Alright, now I hit display, so now that's it. Display again. Load previous map. Oh, some previous maps. So because they've saved. Oh, I didn't do a save cut map, I just scanned. Okay. Oh, well, that's a bit smart, isn't it? And then again, if it comes off, you sort of see how stop and starts and how, because when it starts it always goes up really fast. These
It has nothing to do with the wrong
See if there was a way to make the laptop. Hello, Patrick speaking. Okay, I'll come straight down. I'll come down and let you do.
So the function is just
Normal
on and that's it.
Yep. We've had a crash. What happens when you crash into the crash wheel?
Okay. looks like we need time. Then by doing that, you will identify the port number. Then you need to set up. Some of these places USA, they should be still right.
I guess so.
I don't know how to do it.
So I didn't realise that. I think so the second pi must handle container services. That's what they must have the second pi do. Because they said the drone, the lights, is run by container services. And I do remember seeing another little device, and I thought it was just to do the sound, like for something else. But maybe that's it. They had a second pi for that. Did you want the mouse and keyboard plugged in again, or?
Yeah. Let me try.
Now I may have to reboot it, but I don't know if it just comes on.
Then I show how to.
That's it. What's that? Is that a message?
Did you get it?
It said something about a joke?
Yes.
Good, good. I was just not in that screen, but it came up. I hadn't seen it. I'll look.
I just want to go through this speaking time.
You're going to be, there's going to be an issue.
It's a test.
Guys, I just was just doing that password thing. Yep. So I did close that, close that. What's this? Open that. Friend things you like this job.
No? Oh, come on. You have the surname.
Where's the link for?
It's the workshop that we're running. And then put it in English, and you will see it. we built a service that basically gets jokes, random jokes, and sends you to us.
It's the rest of the song.
It's good, right?
It's very good.
You can send jokes as well if you want. So basically, you click on that. But I don't know. I'm not sure how to send it to mobile. I know. I try my best, but I can't. So you like try it now. And then you can click and just get joined. Example, just keep scrolling. So it's just one of these recording.
There's someone going on me.
So you can, if you want a new job, so just click on get a new job. So just
What about next?
Yeah, you click next.
Yes.
And then you can translate that to any language you want.
Okay.
And you can just get a new job. So just random jobs.
What does this say? Not really. Where's the lady? Going forward to language. Oh. Do this. Maltese. All the things with Maltese.
There you go. So that's hopefully in Maltese. And then you go next. And then just put your 6-1 or whatever for that.
With good glasses.
Just this one.
See what I'll here, so I can send it around my dad. Yeah, I'll send it to my dad.
Yeah, just put another mobile and then just send it.
Do I hit send it?
No,
I did it before.
Yeah. So just change the
I don't know if I send it to my Maltese now. That's fine.
So basically in the workshop we are teaching people. We are just using jokes as a concept to basically build something that makes sense.
Yeah.
People can relate to and they can.
It's very good. It's fun. Oh, wait, I just thought this was.
He doesn't know how to use it. Okay.
It's connected. It didn't come on, so to make it come on, I have to turn off and turn on.
That's fine.
I just was letting these cars run for as long as I can do, and they've just been going and going and going and going, which is good. It's a steady. It looks like it's a stable application.
So we knew what to do.
So I've got two PIAPs now. I've got a PIAP that can be run using the game, but the graphs aren't very good.
Yeah.
But it does show the events if the car comes off, right?
It's much better.
I think that is an important bit. I can show, oh look, and here we found an event. I'm more inclined for that. I just would like the graphs to look better. And I know when I said to, I have to talk to Stuart, they need to make sure the graphs do still look good for that one too.
Maybe John Graves is the one, you know, like.
No, Stuart built the graph. Stuart built the graphs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, he's done it in BI.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
He knows the like collecting data and then display.
So guys, if I go into the questionnaire of that study, you guys can help me pass? Alright, that's what I want to do. I want to pass that test.
Oh.
Alright, let's do it. Let's be smart, mate.
Give us a credit. Yeah. I just passed by 80%.
I got 75 twice. And I thought, one question. I'm just a little bit dumb. I'm not a lot dumb. Oh, I'm
So, like, unfortunately, the free tickets aren't perfect. I still have to buy my own clothes.
Sorry, man, let's see brush it real quick.
Sorry. Put it over here and looking over it there.
Yeah. You gotta get some loot, yeah, for giving out your weekends. Oh man.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so the question is how many how do you need them to go? Okay.
What is the small size?
I've got smalls, yeah, I've got smalls.
Do you have kindergarten size?
Medium?
The small size?
I've got small in ladies, yeah.
Oh.
They want to use a Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
Okay, I think Lunch?
Ah, quite thick. I'm pretty happy with how light this is. I'll take the border.
Might run out of t-shirts here. I've only got larges left. Yeah, which one's a large? Damn, thank you. Large is 2XL. Yeah, you want to be the gangster? You want 2XL? Try it on.
60 gig of RAM,
Well, I got one.
8 gig of video RAM.
Got one large. Alright, but I got two 2XLs left.
Now that I've got going.
Take it. You see what it is. No one
Two
else. Thank you for yours. Alright, you might have to make some progress.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gampar aja mani. Iya, makanya gue setiap kali kalau main seharian sama dia pulang-pulang gitu.
Oke, udah.
Ya sekarang
tuh konsepnya ada cara placeholder sih apa? Itu ada cara placeholder gitu.
I think just what ways to run it.
Tadi itunya mana yang belum kita lakukan? Jadi apa ini?
Cara buat itu gimana? Zero text. Forget password.
Control like zero dan atau bikin icon aja, tapi you put the trigger, pakai trigger.
Jadi nggak pakai URL, pakainya trigger. Bisa.
Bisa. That's why it says mana aja di trigger.
Itu yang ada spark gitu tuh. Yang kayak pelet, check gitu. Dari mana? Itu pelet lu lihat aja, coba itu apa namanya proto.io. Terus lu
bukan PL, namanya PLS tadi.
Makanya lihat dulu, jangan komentar.
Lu tahu kan mani lebih gede daripada lu. Gede kali. Iya gedean dia. Gedean terus bro. Bukan gedean, maksudnya gedean
Badannya, masa tak
Lu tau gak sih, kan kemarin itu koko gue ke tutor, terus gue bisa selesai lecture, terus gue ketemu mereka bertiga. Ya gue masa ikut dia tutor, terus gue ikut dia kan, yaudah gue ikut bilang, yaudah dia, ntar gue jagain adek lu. Terus mikirnya siapa yang jagain, jadi gue yang jagain lu, apa yang jagain gue? Nah, coba caranya gimana? Kalau misalnya ada rampok gitu.
Rampok.
Nah, rampok lebih takutan dengan gua apa dengan lu? Kan mikir.
Gua.
This is why I say that I'm vlog.
Ya, berarti kita invite people. Bisa kontak orang dan invite people kayak gitu.
That's cute. Why?
Udah every day.
Terus kalau dia chat sama
Gue ada kayak chat system, gue ada chat system.
enggak teman ke Please always hungry at all times.
Kok lagi enak banget tidur ya? 2 jam lagi pulang.
Bukan ini nyampe kak dulu itu. Orang kita mau sekarang pulang juga gak apa-apa.
Lu tuh biasa gak datang juga selalu. Iya.
Iya sih, itu banyak yang gak datang. Apel itu.
Kita di live stream lagi berikut.
Butuh amat kayak mereka
Itu data isinya kok.
Iya, lumayan. Ada gitu.
Gimana dari mana?
Jakarta aja.
Aduh.
Di mana?
Oh iya, 10
Dari mana?
Metro.
Iya.
Jakarta Selatan.
Iya, foto gitu.
Tapi ada makan ini salah.
Ya, tadi kan dia mau boss chair gak bisa kan? Gak dapet. You want the boss chair, right?
Yes, sir. Oh shit. What tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we take the boss chair.
No, no, you take the room. The boss come here.
Semangat. Kita dari ruangan sana begini.
You can still take some if you want. There's no rules.
Kata-kata sendiri dia gila.
Ya udah kan?
Kita harus kirim ini, boy.
Apa yang mau ngantuk? Sleep.
Wait, what? Oh,
Sleep.
sleep.
Sleep apa?
Ngantuk is sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I think there is no more people sitting in the boss chair.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
But I don't want to open it.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone else.
No, you can't see me. That's why I like.
No, I think so we can boss
Yeah. But tomorrow we're coming earlier. We're sitting in the boss
we
chair.
come at 8 o'clock.
It's like a real concert, you want? Sure. Udah, santai aja.
Oh, I think come down.
Terus kita tarik balik.
Maybe preferably those working dengan advanced
Ya boleh.
So habis fix preface semuanya ganti warna. That's a bit weird sih dong.
Woi. Menurut lu gimana ini?
Oh ini jalan.
Oh, istirahat. Ya udah kita istirahat dulu lah. Capek.
Udah.
Jangan juga. Nah sekarang cek steel dia dan sisanya ada nggak? Mereka dulu. Is that the last of the batch?
Maybe pop them up on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
charges on. Like if you turn the screen off, just wait a minute and the light will start flashing.
That means it's not charging.
If you shut it down.
Maybe you can just design it first. Or you can say I'm just trying to getting at what's here.
That looks alright, it's just the image is really not. The image is just a bit too
It's cool. It is a bit pixelated.
Let me change that.
It's going 74. It's on 74.
That's right.
So I give you the result, then you
Yeah.
I mean you can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take out the phone. I'll show you like what come up with one. Like how many like he's like making it. I'm just like no, I mean, let's give him the no, because each page is so they come. I'm just doing it. Then he's actually doing it. How many come up? So can you like maybe you can draw it out. So I was thinking right for the full page. So the whole page right, so behind so the navigation. This the layout. So I was thinking, so we have.
You don't make a menu for them.
I don't know. It's just
Like what is it?
but how do you solve it? No, it's not really hard. I don't know how to do it. You know how to do it. Are we supposed hey, wait, are we supposed to speak up? Are we actually do it? Are we doing it? Are we actually doing it? I don't think so. This is really hard. Please use it. Then what else? Then you so I was thinking of fixing that. Can you draw it a bit bigger so I can also you.
French.
No, no, no.
This is not one page.
This is on one page. Then
The thing is this, when you click this will appear. But you can't
so the articles that
Kita jadi mau tulis doang, terus kita kayak kita tinggal ditulis baru ke community kita. Jadi hari ini kayak misalnya mau tulis soal comeback ya boleh kayak gitu. Ini semua comeback di sini. Comeback. Bukan ada di buku. Ada di buku ada. Oh, ini mau bikinnya begini ya, Mike?
Sama kayak gitu. Ini yang community dan sebagai icon ini you pick.
Oke. Kalau woman?
Ya, ini sih kayak icon ini kayak gitu.
Iya, tapi itu woman gitu. Tapi dia buat gitu. Nah, ini what?
In text dengan update. Itu gue nggak tahu. Untuk kali ini bisa kayak
Oh, di scroll. Boleh juga begini.
tapi gue nggak tahu gimana scrollnya.
Oh, drop down button. Maksudnya gimana? Oh, scroll gini.
Ya, like this.
Oh iya iya.
Ini. I don't know how you do that. How do you do this?
Scroll. You guys sitting in a brass version?
I mean, we need this, right? So should we make it? Should we make it? Should we make it so that
Boleh kita nah, kan nggak apa-apa nih cuma pakai
you
scroll
you have a conflict
Oh itu bisa emang.
It's all easy.
Kalau
Easy.
sticky.
If yes. If yes,
Oh.
if no, break.
Oke.
This. Oh,
Ini kan warnanya
shouldn't that be
juga.
I said that you when you press it then you
Oh,
Tinggal di warna
yeah.
inspector itu.
the reason we do that.
How do you
aku referensi tau. Kayak nggak apa-apa lah kayak orang kayak lucu.
Ini ya begitu.
Dari sini sih aku bagus.
Ya. Kontiang sih. Ya,
Ini terus repot. Kita mau chatting. Enggak, ini masih mau registration. Bukan mau kita mau video-video. Ya apa aja. gila.
Dilihat udah kita besok nggak datang.
Udah pulang. Pulang anjir. Pulang.
Udah cabut.
Gila gue udah kayak
Yeah, it works. I mean, English works, but not you're on your chat.
kaget gue. Aduh, udah mati gue.
Oh,
Bacot banget Ko Willy, bacot gue gampar anjir. Gue tadi udah kaget, udah lu gak usah bacot lagi.
Just me. No, shake. Shake is shake. Like a shake. Huh? Yeah.
Susah itu bisa.
Will be article. Then you give it. Then there's a pen.
Come back William.
So this is the first version. Yeah, after login.
Nggak dipakai.
Oh, then check out the day.
Andy, what are you doing? What? Pertama lu homepage itu homepage-nya tinggal tambahin nggak mau dikit kan ya Aurora
Is it like so like something like this, you know the article in the market. Yeah, like something like one column of
Kayak William yang ini sama enggak, tapi ntar kalau udah kayak udah ke depannya lagi udah hilang. Kalau bisa aslinya orangnya juga hilangin.
Ya, jadi kalau abis ini pindah ke base lagi hilang.
Iya, kan kita udah masuk ke ini loh. Udah, kan kita misalnya kan diklik ntar ke trigger ke tempat lain kan. Sampah jadi mana-mana. Capek ya, gua tahu. Enggak mau. Sabar deh, ini bisa coba hilang. Nah, ini kan bisa hilang kan? Iya nanti, dia bikin page baru aja. Yang bikin lama ini kalau kita copy kan? Iya kan? Bisa sih ya kan daripada pakai visual. Dari login triggernya kan ada yang spark tuh yang kayak waktu PLN ya udah kan ada iya kan bikin satu button lagi buat login kan pencetan login dong ya yuk pencet ada satu tombol lagi dong ada satu tombol lagi buat login kalau nggak caranya gimana udah tahu udah selesai deh. Yang kita perlu kita ngomongin
Gimana sih?
ntar kita bikin satu aja lah chat room gitu iya sih iya betul nggak salah gitu iya iOS jadi username apapun bisa masuk kok ada app sih bawahnya ada Tokopedia Tokopedia harus bikin phone call, bisa bikin phone call itu boleh tuh
Bisa sih.
boleh
Boleh.
implement aja
URL is still active, right?
Phone number. Okay. This time we sign up.
Bosan what is bosan kemudian upload dari jam yang lalu masih ada yang bisa kerja ada yang baru kerja ada bocah dengan apa-apa
I'm just trying. Put it on the side.
Wah, akhirnya dimake lah.
Switch to
And the community's motto is like, you know when you can support live from Malaysia.
go back to that desk.
Minus dulu.
Nunjuk bukan balik. Nunjuk.
Oh, okay. No.
Ganti-ganti finger. Apa sih kon? Siapa tuh? Oh.
Change something and then change it back. So enable stat style on start of. Oh, so can you change the window size from there? View.
Windows itu bukan jalannya panjang. Bukan yang di itu kan, bukan ada Windows ada beberapa. Ayo bapak. Oh ini nggak ikut kepala. Kalau ini diajak kerjanya ke Bogor. Kerjanya ke Bogor. Yang ayam itu tuh di KFC dulu inget gak kalau ada tahu lagi iya anjir kok diem doang orang kayak kapok ya kemarin kayak gitu ya lu juga semuanya dia dong
When you run it tomorrow, keep it on the same desktop. Keep it like that.
Cuk.
I just
Gua.
When you
Ini gua.
filming
Itu kan
like
pelaut sih.
6 seconds.
Aku kenal Vena dari ajak dulu. Bisa dari mana? Dia kan kamu di bikin YouTube. Ada temen dulu. Itu yang bosku presiden Cina. Itu kan
Oh no.
Udah nggak pakai di sensor lagi. Lagi merah. Dia udah blushing mas. Gokil aja. Kupingnya bego-bego.
Blushing. Ini pakai ada konsep ini aja.
Kupingnya merah lagi.
Kuping lu juga merah loh.
Lu kayak gini lu mukanya makin blushing.
Ini juga merah.
Lu mukanya makin blushing, makin kayak bawang merah sekarang. Bukan bawang putih lagi. Gaya banget. Yang kayak yuk bikin gitu, nah kayak gini. Tapi nggak usah di scroll tuh.
Apa yang relate dengan komunitas dari
Presiden kita gitu.
Sorry loh, gue kayaknya nggak mau dulu. Keluar banget nih gue.
Udah parah loh. Udah gitu kan. Jadi ini aja people who have the same interest like you. Look,
Yeah, then every time right, when first time when I used to ask question, I say, then he always say, I always say, what you say,
Are you guys smoke? Yeah, smoke.
Lu suka sama satu orang, gimana nggak rasa?
Until tomorrow? Right.
Oh,
Go for cup stuff.
Tadi baru bilang sorry loh.
USD.
One is out of here.
sama itu kayak orang yang mau
Ini tuh bukan tutur surprise itu sisa. Itu cowok dari
kalau yang mau
Iya dari sisa. Kayaknya sih sisa.
ya jadi cowok
Bikin like
Dulu soalnya gua pernah bikin sama Falco itu dia sempat jadi tutor kan. Dari itu gua pernah lihat juga. Iya.
No, steps.
Oh cuma tak. Oh iya. Gua tahu gua dia. Dulu soalnya gua pernah ikut tutorial dulu sama Falco. Dia kan ada tutor sama ada Musa. Ya. Dia itu kayak singkat terus yang
The G2. Issue 2. Issue 2. What's issue 2? We're connecting people to different communities.
No idea. What are you thinking?
I'm running a pitching workshop. So this will be doing Yeah, like what sort of business would you use this? Like, who would this appeal most to? Because I could see this definitely working, say, for example, where like say people are very separated or there's more distance between them. So they can go on. That could be an example of like a good target.
When I'm a user, I'm interested to use your service. What sort of details do I provide so that the service knows how to connect?
Generally, in the starting part, you give a time using your full name, your email, passwords, and after I'm going to start to page where there's all of your preferences. And then to like list all of your specific interests like sports or because then they'll search to every single group that's kind of available in this website and you join the group. And every time you log in, you get like the daily updates of your specific group interests.
Yeah, like here we
Like a news poll, like a forum.
like we connect people who have the same interests as us. Like these are the same, right? So people may have the same preference, so we can hear like the name and who's there.
Would there be a way of like finding the distance between users? Like say for example I wanted to start up a soccer team with people somewhere out west and I wanted to find users that were out west that wanted to make a soccer team.
Maybe in like in some distance.
Yeah, like within a distance sort of.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Yeah. Like I remember when I was at Monash University, there was a Monash social sports page. So you basically try and make teams on that website based on the proximity of where people were. So if you had an application or something like that which could serve that purpose with like different communities in different sectors, that would be very interesting.
On that theme, is there a concept in the platform or the UI to subgroup? So let's say we've got sports as a parent group, then you would jump into sports and then one is that happening automatically, or I can then nominate to join other groups?
Pretty sure we were going to do, so we had sport, then the user would also choose maybe if they like basketball, they would do basketball, and that would also go for fashion, so maybe shoes or clothing. Yeah, so.
Excellent. And what do you think about that general school of thought around maybe that final tiering to be people near me in that subgroup.
We were gonna make segmentation like the distance, right? The
Yeah,
distance
yeah.
in the west and the south, like you can know the people that you want to know the people in south, so we can team up like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's a cool idea. I like it.
In terms of then, once we've got this medium to slice and dice people by interest and geography, if I then find myself in one of these groups, what methods do I have to interact with those folks?
We were doing a messaging thing.
Yeah.
We have messaging, like group video call,
Yep.
a group chat too, and some like forums that we can know like our thoughts, just like that maybe.
So voice, video, text.
Yeah.
Food for thought. What would make people use this platform instead of Facebook?
Like this is
Or
more
other connecting platforms. What's your niche? What separates this from what's already out there?
like we're into more. We can say that we are like Facebook, but we're more into specific things, like the communities and the people who's willing to join. Like maybe Facebook they like join because like it's maybe they want to see, but I think this one like it's their hobby and we're like regrouping people into more specific what they want. I think that's it. That's what differentiates. This is like Facebook, like a Facebook we can add people.
Yeah. No, it's good. I definitely work on finding that niche, or like that'll, when you're presenting this, that'll be a question that they're gonna ask. Definitely. Like, how does this differ from what's already out there? Yeah. I think it works really well, and yeah, definitely focus on that. I'd say the data analytics side of things. So Facebook doesn't. It's not like, oh, I like cars, therefore Facebook's going to recommend a car group for me. That sort of thing. Like, I've got to go out there and search for it. So if you're offering, say, we're going to try and like offer you groups that you can join, that's your niche, I think. That's what separates you. Yeah.
Potentially the platform could understand whether there are particular events in that geography based around that activity. So if it's sports or teams, you subscribe to the group, maybe it'll say, Team X is playing this weekend at the field near you.
Yeah, that's what we're
broadcast
that's good.
Oh, perfect. Just in terms of thinking about how you tell the story about the platform and make sure you get the message out there about those specific features that you feel are the differentiators will be really important. Just get it right out there.
Yeah, we're also thinking about news like for soccer, like the matches live. We're gonna play a link to watch the live match and like people like the players, the transfer of players, the team leaderboard. Yeah, we're gonna make it like that maybe.
Yeah. I like it. Nice work, guys. Keep it up.
Sorry. Can you give us like advice as well? Like for because like we're trying to build so we're solving the challenge one. By which our organization to try to optimize to make the family with children with like certain kind of like medical conditions. Be more optimistic. More optimistic. Yeah, more optimistic. So let's say like there's a family that got children with cancer. Yeah. So actually our local government, our application is trying to make the children, like the family more optimistic that
Give them support.
Yeah, support.
So is what you're working on kind of like a mental health chatbot, absolutely.
It's more like a kind of like a support app for people experiencing disease and stuff like that. So like it's kind of like in case like if let's say if for example like your children don't have access to a doctor or like because maybe because like you have cancer, so that's one of the things like your children to the doctor. So use the app to that's something that
Sort of like kind of help them, like say,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, I'm having a
yeah,
asthma attack or something like
something
that.
like that,
Yeah, yeah. So.
Also, like I also thinking about making kind of like an anonymous chat to chat with people who suffer as well. To suffer, I mean like to chat with people that's suffering kind of like
that are affected by a similar illness. So where
yeah,
you
similar.
you know,
so
that's really
they say
good.
like you live here and you can try to like connect with other people. Like
Oh, yeah. I used to work right there a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like that.
Oh yeah,
And also like maybe the homepage, kind of like the users and all contain the emergency buttons.
I reckon that's good. Like get people to connect and then have some sort of like chat box sort of thing where they can get like some basic questions answered.
And so we were thinking about having like some kind of like some sort of like live consultation session whereby some doctors who are linked with the app itself could potentially have like some sort of like live stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Is the idea of the platform that if I'm a user, it's a very compartmentalized service? Do I see the range of other users that might have a similar problem to me? So I could use this as a way to communicate with other folks around me that might have a similar disability or health issues.
Yeah. So what we were planning to do is to maybe with different users have the track record of like the past diseases they have. So like even if someone with who currently like in the present have like that disease, at least they can contact people with that disease in the past, and they can kind of like seek their kind of like advice about how they deal with it.
Change it to
I reckon it's a great idea. I mean, and like one of your biggest selling points is it's hard for
Melbourne.
I don't know, it sounds crude, it sounds horrible, but it's hard to sympathise with people that have really strong illnesses or to understand what they go through on a day-to-day basis because you have experienced that. So if you're enabling people that both experience things and they can potentially give advice, etc., that's a great thing as well. There'll also be people that are too shy or perhaps even ashamed of their illness that don't want to have to go to a meeting or anonymous or they've got like mental health problems and potentially don't want to leave the house. So in your like problem solving issues, those are some of the ways they solve when you're providing an application which is allowing for this engagement.
Because like I'm just thinking that let's say people suffering kind of a cancer, they just think that their life is kind of like their lifespan is like really less, right?
Yeah.
And they like to gather around with people who suffer the same. I mean like standing on the same boat, rather than trying to cope up with people who is like more healthy and then like they're getting like like very sorry for themselves. So
and a lot of people that have cancer hate that.
Yeah.
They don't want the sympathy, they want the empathy.
Oh yeah, there's an option.
You don't have to make it fully working.
The app is having a repository of information available for those people as well, or it's more just a way to meet and communicate with other people in a similar place in their life, plus potentially medical experts?
I think it would be the latter.
Just think
but
for the
we
sake
would
of
consider
we just
like,
show
you know how the
country
specification asks us to show videos for the patient, so we would also have data about specific diseases and everything, more videos on the matter.
Okay.
And also like person who can use this app is only a person that has been consulted with the doctor.
Yes.
Not,
So
I mean like not random people can use this thing.
So our target like it's pretty specialized in terms of like you have to actually be it's a kind of like a prescription in some sense of like from doctors.
You can do breakfast or you can add something.
So at least like you don't it's not it won't be such a big database where you have like tons of videos. It's going to be like a selection.
So yeah, so specific. That's true, and I think that's important because there would be a trial out there which would use.
One of the things we thought of like hospitals should provide login verification.
What interest?
So that's a smart idea.
More like what
Just like if random people use it, then the app's gonna be misused and loss of the concept.
And it might go bad.
Like the app's gonna be ruined. Just trying to raise the empathy of people suffering the same things.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Like upcoming events and sometimes like gatherings, something like that.
So
That's right. I was going to say who's going to be doing the pitch.
We not yet decided yet.
We haven't decided yet.
Yeah. We'll have a talk tomorrow.
But in terms of the idea, what do you think about these things? Like,
I think it's great.
Is it feasible for us like to pitch this topic?
Yes. Yes. I'm very much about getting people engaged because you've got a very specified market. That's an important thing. I think that's better than trying to do the all open approach or trying to do something. Have you looked on the net to see if this sort of thing's been done before?
I think like we haven't
done extensive research on it yet, but so far, like from like a few searches that we haven't really seen much research.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, at least not as specialized.
No, that's good.
Most of this thing is like made available for like dating, kind of like Tinder, something like
yeah,
that.
if you actually the video,
Yeah.
So we're trying to make it in a more better way.
In terms of potentially there could be a campaign to have local institutions introduce.
Yeah, I've been saying 5 to 10 minutes to
could be used to
remember that.
we were thinking maybe I think maybe it's some kind of education institution like maybe like medical students who can provide advice. I mean that's another idea. So that's really close.
Yeah, so I think the thinking behind the stuff is that this is because
the pitch
the
story.
theory was that we could change the market because everyone's working in breakout groups. We don't need to like revisit this with chairs like 15 minutes. So the thinking was that if everyone's working in here on this around the place, you could be like, hold on, we can generate some pitch, and so that would make it a bit more difficult to do. So the whole thing there is like, so that blah blah blah. So
I think we say one thing that we are looking at is similar. Let's say there's a Tinder-based application or something like that, and finding out the success rates or like the increase rates of like having social media. It's like if you go to the gym with a friend, you usually motivation to do it. So like there's a whole bunch of stuff. Get some data that like strengthens the like ultimate health people feeling their illness because they've got that social.
It looks like
opening up the page, which kind of like practice statistics,
you know, who's in the team, what they're doing, what text they're using.
Well, you don't even need a page for it. You just need like to mention it.
And then
you can make it very different.
No, also I look forward to
where we
thanks for your
thanks for your advice. Thank you.
That makes sense. So if you get what we'll do is
I'm contracted with Tadhack, so I work for
I think
guys.
you also need to kind of type out
they'll go through and reconcile this and go, alright. So they'll just jump to the line through. So I mean we can just away from each other's
me and Manny, then you
I need to touch base with different things.
I mean, we can help. Then it means me and Manny will plan the script so that means like we'll research about it, you know, like something about facts. I think me and you will then you can just do so at least no, I mean at least the work is like the girl.
Visualnya gua capek sih jujur aja sih capek.
Cool. That's what.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool. Done a hackathon before?
Worked for a startup previously.
Oh, no. Yeah, they're pretty good fun. I think we should have a chat with a few others, yeah. Are you a pitch manager, Michael, or?
Not necessarily, but
you know your stuff, no?
Okay, you don't.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, how's it going? What are you guys working on today?
You haven't named it yet. That's alright. That's alright.
Sickness. I like it. I like it. Yeah. You should make this the S a dollar sign. No, that's right. So what do Sigmates do?
So pretty much.
So you're connecting sick people together.
With
mentor.
So focus on the mental health sort of space.
Overcame the sick condition.
Okay. And what do you want these sick people to do? Like, what's the purpose of connecting them?
So as of now, it's just about sharing, storytelling, and also about getting some help or advice from the mentor as like the challenge one, so that they could guide them. And I mean, if somebody is having a condition, you could go on and find somebody like a mentor who has or might not have suffered from the same condition, depending on how much help he wants, and then he could get some advice from him.
Yeah, no.
Awesome. And guys, this is showing a bit of a flow. Would you be able to walk us through it?
Give us a step by step.
Oh yeah, sure. So the homepage is the the landing page.
Yep.
You can either sign up as a mentor or a child. So mentor goes to a mentor sign up. You have to apply to make sure they're vetted properly. You work with children, all that jazz.
Quick online interview.
Yeah, and you'd have a profile on what area they've had an illness in, for instance, and then there's the child section where they can sign up and choose the illness that they're interested in, or that they suffer from themselves, that they want someone to have some
bit of contact with.
Yeah, relation, so they feel like they're not alone in their illness. And then they can go to the browse page, which would have upcoming events, they're pretty much like webinars, for instance, scheduled for them depending on how similar it is to the illness, and we'd have live ones that are going on right now you can join, or upcoming ones that they can look at and sign up to. And when they sign up to it, they should get notifications as to when they're actually going live. Yeah. And then when you visit the webinar, there should be the main mentor hosting it with a choice of their, mentees, up to say 1 to 4 mentees, and they'll have a conversation about the illness, just so that they can kind of sympathize and relate to each other. And they'll also have extra participants that can't fit in the video chat, and they should be able to participate through text and also just listen in.
Yeah. One recommendation, have any of you guys got LinkedIn? Yeah. So based on your user profile, LinkedIn, I think every 2 weeks or so offers you 4 potential mentors that are related to what you do. So you could have something like that with different mentors that specialise in certain things. So depending on what the child or who the child would like to talk to, they've got those options presented to them. Have a look at that.
You could, obviously scale it up to some other diverse fields as well, like talking about mentors. It could be not just for medical stuff, but for any field. Maybe if you want to look up somebody in the field, and
kind of like Kids Helpline, but with a face-to-face interaction.
Is part of the idea of the platform to encourage the mentees to build relationships amongst themselves? So its primary focus is around mentor to mentee.
Its main focus is to target the audience where some kids feel like they're alone in their situation, they can't find anyone else that can kind of relate to them, and in this way, by targeting, having specific webinars, they can kind of join in the conversation in that regard. It's not as much to foster, it's meant to be more community, more public than say one-to-one, or they can also, I guess, subscribe or like, like personal message them, for instance, if they want additional interactions.
When a mentee joins the platform, is there any algorithm or logic behind potentially pairing them with someone for an introduction that would be a mentor, or how would they get started in a community?
So choosing the mentor?
Yeah.
As of now, we're just keeping it a choice, which room they want to join in, based on the profile. But we were thinking of something like recommendations based on what they have viewed before, or maybe clinging on to one of the profiles of the mentee, mentor they've attended to. So they could search for a topic, or we could recommend them based on what profile they filled in, and then they could select a mentor that they want to attend to. As of now,
yeah. So when they join the room, they'll have a choice whether they want to join as like an attendant or just a spectator, I guess. And it would be kind of like a queue. If someone wants to leave and someone else wants to join, they'll just join, and if they're like a dud, the mentor can kick them out, and etc. So it just keeps it going. So anyone can pretty much be part of the conversation. The main conversation should be between these people, but I guess occasionally if they say run out of things to say, they can always look at the chat and might have some additional input.
Very cool, very cool. Have you thought about any organisations out there that are providing maybe physical one-on-one kind of support that could then be directing their customers to this? How do you feel it's going to be communicated to the market? What would be the channels to drive the mentors and the mentees to use the service? Might be something to think about.
Yeah, the mentors would be primarily volunteer based, so we generally would be hospitals. You'd have to would have to somehow find these mentors, obviously, but yeah, generally the target would be other hospitals, I'd say, would work to find something.
Potentially reaching out to Beyond Blue type organisations and getting the message out there. There's another channel to try and build some community. I think Beyond Blue and those other hotlines can be a great immediate crisis management kind of a situation, but then they can then be passing on the knowledge to the potential mentees that there's this community out there, there's an ecosystem of like-minded people that they can meet up with to discuss things with further.
Yeah, it's a great way to
find other organisations like that out there. There's channels to drive people in.
Both the volunteers and
teams.
So that people know about it.
I'd say work on the name as well. I don't really want to go up there and say, we're sick kids. But it is difficult to think of a name which encompasses what you do and not sound negative sort of thing. It is difficult. Like, I'm sure with your 4 great minds you'll come up with something.
Something completely the opposite, just something overtly hopeful.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of the tech behind the platform, have you identified any of the particular sponsored technologies that
we're using video to implement the video conferencing.
Great.
And using Telstra to give out text, SMS for the links to join the video conferences. If they subscribe to a particular conference at a given time, they could directly join it from the phone.
Fantastic. And then there'd be a web backend that would be hosting the pages that videos embedded into potentially.
Oh yeah,
we just started
you can only get so much done in 2 days. So yeah. But like think about like what's on the back end. Like you could just say like we use an SQL database to pop out like the ideal webinars for these kids and do matchmaking, that sort of thing.
Yeah, could be some value in the pitch to not necessarily have built that web backend, but to at least demonstrate that you can say, well, we've got a mock-up, here's a staged workflow, but then at least describe the vision of, we're going to use this hosting service, it'll be providing a web front end, video will be embedded,
guys. Good work. Keep it up. Brilliant. No. See you, gents. Thanks. So there's more teams down this way, is there?
Just try.
We should probably tend to we've got 10 minutes before we close it. Finish the flight.
Yeah, well, Jackson is the only way I can do.
Yeah, that's right.
For weekdays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy, man. Because I'll be like hectic even in the evening, because Tuesday and Thursday I'm doing mechanic class, yeah, and then Monday I usually teach tutoring.
You're tutoring on Monday?
Yeah. Is there another one?
Yeah.
Daniel.
What I was thinking, I mean, like, probably I need a link to the video IO app. If I was to integrate it, see what it would come up with.
What you could actually do is back on the other panel.
This one?
Yeah. Put another third option in live chat with whoever the star is.
Two-pack's dead, isn't it?
No, I mean, you could.
Yeah, do a two-pack, he's dead.
Yeah, we could do it like Richard Branson.
Yeah, yeah. If you got one for him, you just have an option
just
there to
put
do
Richard
a live
Branson.
chat.
Just put him in there.
Yeah. And then what you can do is, if you have a look at the Video IO website, with the code samples there, and watch the Did you have a look at the video? You could literally just pull that and just launch it into the video. Straight off the application.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
That's the easy part of it. All you then need to do is just generate a link. You can fake that through code that you can send off to someone else.
Oh, browser. How are we doing, guys?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, great. Excellent. Do you guys want to run us quickly through what you're working on today and some of the ideas behind it?
Basically, what we're doing
Looks
is
pretty
we're
cool.
doing a hologram, a celebrity hologram events.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, we've come up with an app to have user interaction with the celebrity or the band, speaking or performing.
Okay.
So what happens is they download the app and they go through the download process, and then we have a live concert. They'll pay a subscription fee for the event or the speaking tour.
Yeah.
And then it gives them access to the presentation or the live tour. And then we have interaction with the telephone system that he has.
So, would you say that, let's say I'm an artist, then I view your product and service as a platform for me to reach a bigger audience, to host events? That's the main idea?
That is the concept, but it actually gives you direct access to your consumer.
Yeah, cool.
So like, let's say for example, I have Michael Jordan in the presentation. He's doing his presentation, he wants to sell some shoes that are getting launched. So we can actually start engaging the social media platform live during the presentation as a giveaway. We can use his platform for the telephone aspect to start sending SMS messages, that way to engage the end user.
Okay, so how if I'm
you're
Michael Jordan, how am I becoming aware that there's this platform for me to get myself out there?
Well, we would pitch to his people and say, Michael Jordan, here's the deal. we have a situation for you. We'd love for you to present. You either be live or pre-recorded on stage. You have to go to the studio, get recorded, and then we would go pre-sell tickets for the event, and then book the place out, and then have a live event with him speaking and fan engagement during the whole process of eating or whatever. And then on top of that, you would have people streamed around the world watching him that have paid to watch him as well.
Okay.
So you'd be perceiving it instead from a, say, television perspective, from a VR perspective, that sort of thing. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. We're actually going to be opening that genre with our app. So we have virtual augmented reality and stickers that we actually present to Michael Jordan and help him formate his new technology. We're going to be focusing on hologram right now.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So we're just going to basically have him speaking, have him presenting, interacting with his fan base and people that want to watch him worldwide, buying shoes or whatever he wants to sell through push notifications.
So on the business model side of things, will it be like a subscription service, or will people have to pay?
It will be a subscription service that you'll pay online to watch him, to have access to this feature of him presenting. But on the other side of it, like the AR and the stickers, he would upload it for him, and then he would be, his fans would, either have to download that on the iStore and on their phone, and they could use that to promote his shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's a good platform for getting yourself out there. Like when I saw this, first thing I thought was like seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of his personal development shoes. They're always like, to like get up close and shake his hand, that's always like $2,000 or something.
Yeah.
Rather, you could have like, say, an allocated seat or position, which opens up the market. People that want to be there and experience it live, but don't have potentially the finances to, to be there present.
And then the other time, they're making money while they're sleeping with their likeness. So we could take a tour, we could do a lot of different things, and they could just pre-record it and get paid while they're sleeping after they did the first initial recording.
Yeah.
So
the Kardashians would love
it.
That's true.
So that's what we're thinking with the presentations and the concerts.
Yes.
So it sounds like you're delivering not only a platform, the media delivery platform, but also sort of in management. It's delivering the whole thing.
Yeah, a whole package for them.
Here's a platform for you to use. Go and create your content. It's almost like you're saying, well, we're a platform, but we'll help you create the content.
Yes.
Deliver it.
Yeah, this new platform that's actually just being scratched with Snapchat and all these filters. Well, that's augmented reality. And so a lot of people are curious about that now. So we're going to give you those tools to engage the fans, your fan or new fans, in those areas that are kind of undiscovered yet. So, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a big scale concept. I like the business model idea behind it.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Lean Stack before?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Why don't you inform me a little bit more?
If you go to a website called, it's basically defining your minimum viable product.
Yeah.
So from the approach that you've taken is more of a financial side of things, like you basically specify your market, specify what's your competitive advantage, your unfair advantage, how you get finances, what you expect some of the problems to be, and also a statement of the problem. Like how if you guys were pitching this to me, how would you state the problem?
The problem is Michael Jordan can't be, or the celebrity can't be everywhere
on time,
and direct access to the fans. And then from an advertiser's perspective, direct access to the fans pushing for selling product. And for the fan, it's direct communication with the artist. They want that engagement. I don't think they're getting that. Well, you have IG, it's pictures, you're showing a picture of my life. Snapchat, little funny pictures here and there, filters. But I don't really know what you're into now. I want to know with technology where you're at, what you're exploring. And I think this kind of solves that, because you can have that fan engagement with our app. And then at the event, if you want to come or subscribe, you can have that. We can push out notifications to you saying what we're doing, what's the latest technology we're up to, what do we invest in.
Could you even aggregate their social media feeds into one interface? Like the ones that Snapchat and the Insta and they do all this other stuff?
Zoom, we were going to use Zoom for that, because that's a platform that I've been familiar with. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. And they do all the social media.
It's not one of the sponsors?
So it's a waste of time going down that
Oh,
path,
no,
but it's one of those things where.
But you know, you can create value
potentially
with the sponsors then, because then you're collecting that data and we can resell that to sponsors. We can.
Don't worry about the sponsors. Like, just focus on like what's going to lead to the biggest market. Like, what's going to lead to most people using this.
Okay.
So that's where the traction is. Like, Facebook exploded out of nowhere because it drew in the market.
Yeah.
So So if you guys can do that in the social media area, or show how you could potentially do that.
Well, let me say something to you, because to me it's almost like the celebrity's gonna. They already have the following.
Yeah, I could see like the Kim Kardashians go on a shopping trip and they've got a camera going around and there's hundreds of thousands of girls in VR and they're going around the shop just looking at all these dresses and that.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't have the headsets yet, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of barrier to that.
Yeah,
so where are they at now, though? Where can they actually engage with them now? And that's the question. That's the real big question. How can you engage with the Kardashians or an athlete? Well, can you come out and speak? Can you speak or do a go to our studio, record, and then we can go do the event and bring the girls out, sell the tickets, and then stream live with this product, and then actually engage with our unique number from Telstra. It gives you a unique number, and then you can go back and forth and text us and give MMS back and forth with our coupons at the store. You know? So I think a lot of time, like I said, the VR is not there yet. The AR is.
I think the VR is good, and if you're focusing on it now, that's a good thing, because that's a growth area.
Yeah.
There's already Instagram Story and Facebook Live and that sort of stuff that's out there, which people use to reach their market. So if you're going to do something that's exactly the same as them,
you don't differentiate yourself.
Yeah, you need to differentiate yourself. That's your niche. That's what separates you.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see. Because everybody's doing the live thing anyways with YouTube, Facebook, and stuff like that. You're saying, well, it's going to be. But I guess the differentiation is the fact that it is a hologram event, right?
Yeah.
And that be the difference. How I stream it, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's a different event.
Yeah.
Right? It's not you there physically. It's they're accessing that type of new technology, and then we can actually engage them with these other stickers and AR and VR and help them get their game up in that area. Because a lot of them don't know. A lot of them don't have any.
True. As a user, I might be following Kim Kardashian. Kim's tweeting, hey, there'll be this live shopping event or whatever it is. It could be a stage thing or a reality TV. Just something she's up to. I get the notification, I subscribe, I participate. But then that event's over. We know, the platform knows that I'm interested in Kim, I might be a certain demographic. How does the platform then provide me with more options?
Well, that's where we download the app, you stay in the app, and you get a unique number, which is Kim Kardashian's number. Okay, and she's engaging you like it would be like Viber basically, and then she's sending push notifications out and saying, hey, I'm doing this. So she's constantly engaging you. We just dropped some brand new stickers for free. We dropped some AR filters for free for you, branded. So you constantly.
So definitely once I'm tagged as a consumer of Kim's content.
Because you've already downloaded the app.
Then any messaging from her will come to me. Is there going to be an interface like a marketplace of other personalities or?
Yeah, within that Viber app, we're going to have other celebrities that have their own numbers that will sign up.
Great.
And so it'll just grow. And then they'll grow their fan base by their own tweets and however they go. To me, that's how I see it.
Yeah, another good thing, there's search engine optimization and things like that which are really good at finding the specifics of what you want. But you can also do, say, target advertisements. So for example, if this really kicked off, say Kim Kardashian's got 1 million viewers and Kanye West has only got 500,000. He's getting really jealous. So he wants to pay for some advertisements. So he's at the top of that suggestions list. So then more people will be drawn to use.
I got you.
So paid advertisements to be at the top of that search list. No, I like the idea, guys.
You like it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's been in my book for 5 years. It's perfect. So, we'll see. I mean, I think, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I think people are ready for something new.
Yeah.
And I guess how you go about it is the biggest hurdle. And you know,
I reckon there's a lot of substance there. There's got to be, because once we started really getting down into the weeds, we started to understand the ecosystem, how it all looks from the user's perspective, how I find more personalities.
I want to do that in 5 minutes though. I can't.
Yeah, well that's the art, but that's
Oh, you should, practice. I've won a couple of hackathon pictures, and it just takes practice it about 30 times.
Okay.
Like just be ready to like have people criticize you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what makes it really fresh.
No, that's all right, because we're done. We're
Oh, yeah,
finishing
good
now,
idea.
so we're close at 5.
any other messages? We'll be around again tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow.
So if you have a workflow that you want to work through, use us as dummy judges.
Let's see. I did one with Melbourne Energy Hackathon a while ago.
I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Bye bye.
John.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, one with Spotless, which is a facility management company. And then we also did one with Telstra, which was on commercial business real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I'm ready to go. I'm actually meeting with RMIT. I'm meeting with the team next week to do the production.
Yeah,
I'm already booking a place out for
excellent.
next year in March.
Yeah, good work.
Leonda, so that's what I'm kind of doing. And then
nice.
so people are excited about it, so I want to get going on it. I already have a startup in March in like 3 weeks. It's a sports marketing company.
Oh, nice. That'll do well here.
No, overseas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stadiums over there somewhere.
Yeah, fair cool.
We'll talk to you guys. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks. Excellent. Cheers.
Bye-bye. I'll just call you in a minute.
After you, mate. Thanks.
So server side will deploy your grid code. UI side will just do whatever.
For a good rest.
You can work on UI stuff, make sure it's stable so that we don't overlap each other.
Yep.
No other rest.
If you mess up with server shit, and then
Stop this.
Guys, we have to leave. So.
Just said jelly bean packet, jelly beans.
Yeah.